a woman's past actually matters to a guy. Because it's like buying a car that's been used and used all over again. He wants the best car fresh out the lot. Does not have high mileage. Women doesn't care if a guy has a lot of body. Sad reality of it. She just cares what status this car is. A guy does not care what status the woman is. He just cares whether she's been used a lot. If she's been used a lot, he's just going to use it, not own it. Kings, stay toxic.
So we moved to LA. My father gets a job at the Palm Restaurant. My Uncle Junior works there, who is a Jehovah's Witness, believe it or not. He went from Catholic to Jehovah. So basically, my grandmother wanted us all to switch from Catholic to Jehovah. You know, meanwhile, we're from Harlem. My father's doing coke. You know, my mother thinks she's Aunt Margaret. She's teasing the hair with a bottle of vodka. You know, so dysfunctional, cross-addicted family, still cooking pasta on Sundays. And the meatballs, they wind up being burnt. Like, you know, it just got so dysfunctional. It got pretty bad.
Have you ever been in a situation where you shared delicate information about your past life to your partner and later on that was used against you? Have you ever experienced oversharing, being the person sharing the information? How did that make you feel? Did your partner use that against you? Do you think what was done in the past should be left in the past? And when you move into a new relationship, the past should be left in the past and you should not talk about what you did in the past, even if you feel like the past might affect the current relationship. What do you think?
This one says, I'm struggling to overlook my partner's past. The thought of her having a past before me hurts.
Because people have done some things they're not proud of. I've done some things I'm not proud of.
I'm gonna give a real answer. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give you a real answer, yeah? Genuinely, if you're with someone and you love them, you shouldn't care about the past.
Yeah.
However,
it plays an impact.
What is the past?
No,
if your girl was
the reason why I think that, like, when did you meet them though in that storyline?
You met them like the past. You met them after that, maybe like a few months after or so.
Oh, then
a few months after, a myth,
or a year
Insane.
after.
A year after. It's still in a grapevine.
Also, at the age where, bro, people are gonna have crazy stories. Like we all have crazy stories. You can't really judge a girl the other way. I know you. I absolutely know you.
I have crazy stories. Bro, I
don't have any crazy stories.
No.
Oversharing, overcommunicating. Got any suggestions with this one? Yes, don't overshare. So what is oversharing? Oversharing is any sort of information which will lower the attraction in the relationship. So talking about your ex, talking about how many people you slept with, all these sort of things, it's going to lower the attraction in the relationship and your partner's not going to like you as much. That is oversharing, okay? Leave the past in the past. Less history, more mystery.
You know, I talk about I got a reputation, Steve. I used to be a hoe. I ain't no hoe no more. I ain't been no hoe in a long time, Steve. A long time. I'm trying to change.
You were a hoe.
Back in the days.
How long haven't you been a hoe for?
For a little minute. For a little minute.
How long?
About a year.
A year. It's good.
Yeah, that's real good.
You were promiscuous and now you're not.
Yeah. Whatever that means.
Some people can't help but overshare in relationships. It's important for you to have an insight of the kind of person you're about to get into a relationship with or the person you are in a relationship with. And sometimes listening to their past stories, past events and things they did in their previous relationship or lives before you met them does help with that. Hello fam, how you all doing? Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much Ivana Isatsi for the super thanks, for the $2 super thanks. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for your support. Today's video is on some of those things that men use against women in a relationship. You might be pouring out your heart to your man, thinking you've got a partner and you're sharing your past with this man. You might decide to make sacrifices for this man, for the relationship. You might decide to overcompensate because of this man in the relationship. One thing you don't know is this, that sometime in the future, this man might use all them stuff against you. You making sacrifices and not being a better version of yourself might come back to hurt you and haunt you. You overcompensating for this man and not standing up for yourself might also be something he might use against you. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get started.
I'm here to tell you why that whole trad wife trend is absolute bullcrap. I just got off the phone with a friend of mine who has been married for about 15 years now. Before she got married, she got a master's degree in education and a law degree. She met her husband in law school. He wanted a traditional wife. She did not take the bar, and instead they got married. He took the bar. He passed the bar, he became a lawyer, and she became a full-time housewife and later a mom. Times 5. They have 5 children. Okay, fast forward 15 years, where he has been cheating on her for years. She finally caught him red-handed. She has enough confidence and determination to say, I want a divorce, I'm done. He's walking away with a $300,000+ job that he got, by the way, from one of her mom friends in a mom group. Let's just put that aside. She has nothing. She has 2 advanced degrees, 0 experience. So are they even worthwhile? Are they even worth anything? She has nothing to show for it. And in the last 15 years, what has changed in law and in education? Probably quite a bit. So she is stuck at this crossroads of feeling like she has nothing. And before you say alimony, he is trying to screw her out of everything he possibly can. She cannot keep the house, even though she has primary custody of the children. She can't afford it. She has no job. Absolutely no job right now. And even if she did, there are 5 children. So between drop-offs and pickups at 4 different schools, she has about 3 hours in the daytime when she is not tending to children. So to any woman who is considering that the trad wife lifestyle might be it for you, I encourage you to think about this story. Remember it. And just remember that you as a woman need to have something for yourself. If anything, just for yourself, because you absolutely never know what can happen in life, whether it be divorce, whether it be cheating, whether it be the passing away of your spouse. You have to take care of yourself and put yourself first. You can still love and support your husband and be an incredible wife who takes care of your man, but take care of yourself first.
I used to be a trad wife, and now I'm a single mom. It all started back when I was a teen mom. I was 19 years old when I got pregnant. I was not married. When our daughter was like a week old, we just eloped at the courthouse and made it signed, sealed, and delivered. We were married. I was married to a military man, and my job was to be a wife and a mom. I wasn't supposed to have any time or any thoughts about doing anything other than being a wife and a mom. I love my kids very dearly, and I do not regret my decisions to have them. I do regret my decision to pick the partner that I picked to be their dad and to be my ex-husband. I had very low self-worth and self-esteem and thought that I was only good at being a wife and a mom because that's what I was shown growing up. It wasn't until we were teenagers that my mom ever started going to college. When she got married, she didn't have a college degree. She was in the military and she did her 4 years in the Air Force. And my dad was a career military man, and my mom just married him and became a trad wife. And don't get me wrong, trad wife life comes with perks. I think it's best when you pick the right partner. I've seen a video talking about stitch this and tell me why marriage is hard. Marriage is only hard when you pick the wrong partner. My ex-husband would make fun of my weight. He would make fun of the little gap I have in between my 2 front teeth right here. Basically, anything he could find to make fun of, he would make fun of it. But he would try to play it off as if it was just him being sarcastic and that we should make fun of each other. And don't get me wrong, I know there's couples out there like that, and that is the way they show their love. And I am not passing any judgment on how anybody else lives their life. I just know for me, coming from a house where we never did that, it really sent me into, like, I would say emotional distress. I wanted to laugh all of the things off, but deep down inside, I knew all of the jokes were true and that he was basically just making fun of me our entire marriage. Of course, at the time, I probably didn't realize all of that until I was out of the marriage. I love my kids very, very, very much, and I do not regret my decision to have them. I love them so much. But picking the wrong partner did a number to me even post-divorce. I was tormented for years post-divorce. My ex was so controlling to the fact that he wanted to try to control my sex life after divorce, after many years of divorce. And he was already married and had a kid with his now wife, who was his wife back then also. Anyway, all of this to say is pick smart when you are picking the father of your children, the mother of your children, and you are picking a partner for life. Do not take that very lightly. That is one of the most important decisions you will make in your entire life. Next to what toppings you want for your Chipotle bowl.
Some women out there are willing to sacrifice their interest and goal in order to build a home and start a family with a man. They are ready to give it up. Give up their career, their dreams and aspirations, their hobby, their social life, everything that gives them an identity. They are willing to give that up because they want to be with a man. They want to please that man. They want to make that man the air they breathe. They want to be on the man's good book. But does the man really care? Does he really care about you? It is a very detrimental decision to make because you're most likely to lose your identity in the process. You will struggle with low self-esteem. You might struggle with low self-esteem. You might become 100% dependable on this man when it comes to finances. You might become a shadow of yourself, end up being resentful. Whoever that fits you 100% controls you. And I tell you, this is a controlling tactic, a controlling technique, strategy for most men out there. They wouldn't tell you. A man that loves you would rather have you go out there, explore, do things that makes you happy than lock you down in the house as a stay-at-home woman or as a traditional wife. Even the blind can see that. If you deprive someone of what they love doing, of their passion, their dreams and aspiration, over time they will become resentful and angry. And a man that loves you wouldn't want to bring that upon you.
Where did money come from?
Well, you won't now. You won't now. And now you know why. Because you.
No, because you won't let me work.
You know, I'm really starting to understand that for some men who want these traditional stay-at-home wives, it's not about the love. It's not about the furthering of the family. It's about control. Because you will have this woman who is beautiful, who has devoted her life to you and the family, and you break her down. You strip her of everything that makes her her. You take away her joy, her happiness, and then you restrict her movement and her ability to succeed. I don't understand you can say you can love someone when you financially abuse them, you strip them of their independence, you break down their self-confidence, and then at the end of the day, you wonder why they don't want to sleep with you. Oh, and a lot of y'all talk about it's just cooking and clean. I cook and clean all the time. I don't like doing the shit. It's not hard work, and neither is a lot of y'all jobs. But it's monotonous work, and it's mental stress. Also, especially when it comes to having kids. Some of y'all can't be around your kids for longer than an hour without you either blowing up her phone or telling her to come get them. The argument is not whether or not you with your job and what you do is important. It's about appreciating what the other person in your home and the other partner in your life is giving up so that you can achieve your dreams. Because guess what? If she leaves, all this cooking and cleaning, you're going to have to do that shit anyway and work. And if you think that she can't go out here and find a man that can replace the one thing that you pride yourself on, and that's a check, you got another thing coming. Appreciate her, or somebody else will.
Why that man wants you to be a stay-at-home wife? He wants you to stay at home so he can watch you. He can keep up with you. Why are you out there working and you think he at work? He talking to somebody else. You'll never know it. Because he giving you what you want. He giving you money. He taking care of all the bills. You can shop where you want. You can go out with your friends anytime. He let you be free. But guess what? He free too. Free to do what he want. And he knows that as long as he's staying at home and pleasing you, you ain't gonna worry about nothing. As long as you got your man sometime, you ain't worried about it, because guess what? When he coming home making love to you, take you out for a few nights, you think everything okay. You think you done found the man of your dreams. That man really don't want to be alone, see. He got somebody at home that taking care of the home. He got a woman bringing life to the home while he put his life in another home. So you better go out there and make your own money. Because all that man got to do is say, I'm tired of you, ain't paying nothing else. So now you got to struggle by yourself. because you trusted him to take care of you instead of take care of yourself. The truth hurt, don't it? Y'all follow my page and share this video. For real.
The traditional man and woman relationship is between two people, a man and a woman, the romantic relationship. In such a setting, it's imperative for you to set boundaries and set rules and stand by them. Do not allow a man to be the one setting boundaries in a relationship that involves two different human beings. Do not allow the man alone to set rules in a relationship that involves the both of you. You as an individual, you've got your boundaries, you've got your do's and your don'ts. Just imagine you not speaking up and letting the man know that this and this that you do puts me on the edge. I don't appreciate it. And you cover up and don't say anything. What is going to become of you in some years' time into that relationship? Or what do you think is going to be the effect of such action on you in that relationship? A time will come where you might not take it anymore, because this man will be overstepping his boundaries. He will be putting you on the edge. He will be pushing you to the wall, knowingly or unknowingly. In fact, it's going to be knowingly, because if a man really cares about you, he will give you that room to set your own boundaries. He will respect your autonomy. He will respect you as a human, and he will not go ahead to set boundaries for you and make rules for you in a relationship that involves the both of you. So obviously that man does not have your best interest at heart, and I would tag him a toxic human being. So you need to speak up at the beginning of the relationship. Say what you can take and what you cannot take to prevent behaviors you might not tolerate or appreciate accumulating and leading to emotional burnout in the future.
The biggest regret I have in my marriage is wasting my first 2 years of my relationship, and that's how I ended up getting separated. If you're newlywed, use your first 2 years to set the right foundation, have the right boundaries, have the right agreements, have the right conversations. If anything is coming up, use this time to resolve your issues. Your first 2 years are priceless. Don't waste all of it stuck in the kitchen because you want to impress him. Use this time to lay the right foundation for your marriage.
Also, it's very important to have the hard conversations in an early relationship and in an early marriage, that if your partner is doing something that makes you feel uncomfortable, that you bring it up and you have the guts to have the hard conversations. That is one thing I definitely messed up in my relationship, is that I let my husband at the time make all the decisions. I basically had no voice. I don't even know if I would have been able to speak up. Because after we were divorced, when the kids went to go live with him, because my kids went to go live with him and I paid him child support, I would say I had no say-so on how my kids were raised. I learned that very quickly, that my voice and my opinions on my girls did not matter, and that I should just fall in line with anything he says to do.
Let me speak more on the oversharing aspect of this video. I was going to insert a video of a guy using a grip situation to attack his girlfriend. The girlfriend had told him before, during the course of their relationship, that she was gripped by her father, and it was very traumatic for her. Could you imagine this guy brought it up when they had a heated argument, and that led to the end of the relationship? I had this clip, but I lost it. So you have to be careful of what you tell your partner. Some people don't mean well. We've spoken a lot about men not liking their women. They're just there because society expects them to be there. So you have to be sure of the kind of man you have in your life, because not everyone that comes to your life as a man wishes you well. So there's some information you have to keep to yourself. Not everything you share, not everything you tell a man. You understand? Yeah, I just thought I should put that out there. And for those women that give up everything because of a man, the world has changed drastically. Always put yourself first. I will keep saying this. You can only vouch for yourself. You can trust yourself alone. Even if you don't trust yourself, it still has to do with you. Do you get? Yourself comes first. It's better you have it and you give out to people than you not having and expecting people to give to you, because people are most likely to fail you or even betray you. So fight for what is yours. Fight to have your own. Always focus on having your own. Don't depend on what people have or what others have. Having your own, trusting yourself, doing for yourself is very important. So don't give up your dream for a man to succeed and then you expect the man to fund you, to provide for you. That doesn't make sense. Why the man builds his own career, you should also build your own career. Use your own stone to build your career while he uses his own stone to build his own career. Do not use your own stone to build his own career. You might regret it later in life. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd love to know more about how some men think about women, click this video here. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.